welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie. If you're new here, I mostly post book videos or reading vlogs. I'm so glad you guys are here. Today is an exciting video. I've been loving watching everybody else on YouTube post their mid-year reading wrap-up, so everything they've read since January. So I decided to do a little tag video and share with you guys some of my favorite books of the year so far. So far this year, I've read 41 books. Wow, I'm impressed with myself. Or I should be worried. I should leave the house more. But let's start with the first part of the tag, the best book you've read so far in 2023. Any guesses? 1, 2, 3. Fourth Wing. Yep, this book lived up to the hype. It's amazing. It's fantasy, it's romance, it's enemies to lovers, it's everything. It was the last one I could find since there was a mad dash for the first edition copy of these books and I couldn't find them except in Target. So it's kind of ruined right there. I just think it's beautiful. I finished this in a few days. I'm obsessed with the main characters, Xaden and Violet, and honestly I'm kind of in a slump right now because of it. So best book so far 2023. Then the best sequel in 2023. I read the Magnolia Park series this year. I read all 4. I think there's a 5th book coming out in January or February. I only have the first one and then the 4th one. The 2nd book is my favorite. The best sequel I've read this year so far, and honestly the 2nd book is my favorite in the whole series. I love Daisy and Christian and I cannot wait for another book from Jessa Hastings. Next question, a new release that you haven't read yet, but you want to. Okay, this is easy. For some reason, Love Theoretically is calling to me by Ali Hazelwood. When I was at Costco the other day, they had a copy of it there and I didn't realize it only came out maybe a week ago. And it was on sale and I should have got it. I am kicking myself for not getting it. I just have so many physical TBR books I need to read here. So we'll see. I've loved Ali Hazelwood's other books. Love on the Brain, The Love Hypothesis. I don't know, I really like her writing. Someone did say if this is The Love Hypothesis number 3, since her books are all kind of the same, they're gonna be mad, but I don't even care. I like reading the same book over and over again. And then of course I have Happy Place. I am holding strong in not buying Happy Place until there is a paperback copy of it because I don't like hardcovers that much, and I already have her 3 other popular books in paperback, all the same size, height. I don't want Happy Place to be out of order and super tall, so I'm waiting until it comes out in paperback, and it better be soon. It's been a few months now. I want to read that book so bad. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Y'all already know I loved Fourth Wing. I cannot wait to read the 2nd book in the series. It's called Iron Flame and I believe it comes out November 7th. So your girl is ready. So ready. I'm ready now. Biggest surprise. I didn't read any books going into it thinking I wouldn't like that book and then being shocked by it and loving it, because if I don't think I'm gonna like a book, I don't read it. So I'm gonna take this as best surprise in the book, and that would be The Inmate by FREIDA McFadden, which I read on my Kindle. It's on Kindle Unlimited, as are all of her other books. The ending, the epilogue, the last sentence in the epilogue is just wow. My brain was turning. I was shocked. I finished this book in a day and then I told Sam the whole entire story in about 10 minutes and had him read the epilogue just so his mind could be blown. I really liked it. Favorite new author, Abby Jimenez. I got this book for Book of the Month maybe 2 months ago, and so I put on hold at the library Part of Your World because it's part of a interconnected series. You don't have to read Part of Your World before this one, but I wanted to, and I am so glad I did. Part of Your World is one of my favorite books I've read this year. I love Abby Jimenez's writing, but I just loved the writing on it. It made me so happy. It was a small town romance, and I'm not normally about that, but I love the characters, the story. The book was funny. I found myself laughing out loud a few times. and I'm just so happy with how it ended. It was incredible, and I'll probably do a reread on that book next year for sure. I can't wait to read more books by Abby Jimenez, and I'm going to read this one so soon. I'll talk about it in a little bit. Newest fictional crush. Well, I mean, guys, this is getting repetitive, but Xaden, I don't even know what his last name is. Xaden Riorson. I can't remember his last name, but it doesn't matter. I'm obsessed with this man. I love a bad boy, good girl trope. I love it, which I guess Violet's not really a good girl. She's tough, but I just like a bad boy in a book. I don't want you to be disrespectful in real life. Let's get that straight. So I've talked about this book enough. I will mention another book for this category as well. Noah Riley in Say You Swear, which I read on the Kindle. Wow, this man is everything. And men probably aren't like him in real life, but hey, that's half the fun, is just reading about a man that is so amazing. He's a cutie. He's a cutie. I feel for him. Book that made you cry. Here we go, people. Here we go. Speaking of Noah Riley, Say You Swear made me cry. There's a video of me crying about it on YouTube, which also brings me to 1,000 Boy Kisses, which I also read in that video. That book did me so dirty. I was crying for 30 minutes straight. It is so sad. Both of those books are on Kindle Unlimited, but don't read them unless you are in a crying mood. You know, sometimes you want a sad book, so when you want a sad book, reach for these books. When you want to be happy, don't read these books because you will never be happy again. That was dramatic, but you get the point. Okay, and then, well, perfect, a book that made you happy. I'm including this in this video because I reread it this year, even though I originally read it in 2021. Beach read. I love January and Gus. I love January and Gus. Also, I did not know this. There is an extended epilogue. There is an extended epilogue or just bonus chapters of this book, Beach read, on Emily Henry's website. Just search Emily Henry's website and the bonus chapters will come up. So you're welcome. Another book that made me happy was, this is just kind of an honorable mention. It's not really a 5-star book for me, but it really did make me happy. The Reunion by Kayla Olson. I got it from Book of the Month, and it's about 2 childhood stars that were on this show growing up, and they haven't spoken in 10 years, and then there's a reunion of the show, and so they meet again, and it kind of unfolds from there. This book just made me happy. It was really cute, and there were some really cute quotes in here. And then the last one is Heartbones by Colleen Hoover, which I borrowed from the library. It's one of my favorite Colleen Hoover books. It was just so sweet and the perfect beach read, easy to read. So if you're looking for a book you want to read in one sitting, definitely Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. Most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or receipt. I'm sorry, this is the last time I'm mentioning this. Duh. And then Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. This is the 4th book in the Magnolia Parks universe. The cover is so soft. I don't know, and I'm obsessed with it. I like all of the Magnolia Parks covers. I think they're really creative. What books do you need to finish by the end of the year? Wow, this is a great question. I have about 6,000 I want to read. We'll just start with a few though. I am currently reading Throne of Glass. I read Assassin's Blade on my Kindle. I already had Throne of Glass. I read Assassin's Blade first, then I read Throne of Glass second. I will give you guys my opinion when I read them all if I should have done that. Right now I'm thinking I should have put Assassin's Blade 4th or 3rd. I don't know. Right now I'm kind of in a slump because that was my zipper, because nothing crazy is happening, and I know that's the case for the first few books in the Throne of Glass series, but I'm gonna need it to start picking up. I am currently on Crown of Midnight, so this is the 3rd book I'm reading right now, or the 2nd if you don't read Assassin's Blade first, and I'm on page 300, almost done with it. I have that one out from the library, and then Air of Fire from the library, and then I'll have to get the other ones from the library as well. How many times did I just say library? But yeah, I really want to finish that series this year. I know it's about to get crazy good. I'm excited. Then I want to read Happy Place by Emily Henry. Duh. I really want to read The Serpent and the Wings of the Night. It's part of the Crowns of Nyxia series. I believe there are 2 books in it. And it's on Kindle Unlimited. I see everybody raving about it lately because everybody's on a fantasy kick because of Fourth Wing. If I'm in the mood for more fantasy after I finish Throne of Glass, I'm definitely going to read that next because it's got amazing reviews on Goodreads. Then I want to read Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez because I loved Part of Your World. And actually, I don't think I said this in this video yet. I started a podcast with my sister-in-law, Katie. It's going to be linked below. This is our book we picked to discuss at the end of July. We're going to do a whole episode with spoilers and everything and our thoughts on the book. So if you want to follow along, go get yourself a copy. And we're going to talk about it, our last episode in July. Podcast linked below. It's called Read and Tell with Maddie and Kate. Then I have Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which I got as an add-on from Book of the Month, and I need to read this so fast. Everybody loves it, or they hate it, or it's not 5 stars until the end, but I need to find out. I'm going to find out for myself, and I'm going to read this year. And then I have A Million Junes by Emily Henry because I was doing a little research because I knew she had other books other than her big 4, and so I went on Goodreads, and A Million Junes is one of her young adult books. It has amazing reviews, and everybody was commenting on my TikTok when I posted about Emily Henry to read A Million Junes. So I'm going to. Maybe I'll read it in June. Wouldn't that be funny? Go follow me on TikTok below. But yeah, I can't wait to see what her earlier writing is like. Also, speaking of that, I'm such a fake fan because I haven't even read Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I've really only read Beach Read and People We Met on Vacation. People We Met, or is it Meet? People We Meet on Vacation. So I need to read Book Lovers as well. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I really don't. I'm just crazy. And obviously, I still have all of these to read because this is my TBR shelf right here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was so fun, and I can't wait to see how many more books I read this year and to do an end of the year wrap up in December. Go follow my TikTok, go subscribe to my podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and subscribe for more book content. See you guys next time. Bye.